The truth about female attraction is not found in grand gestures or empty words. It is found in a single, subtle, irreversible shift: her investment. When a woman begins to actively invest her emotional, mental, or social capital into you, not because you asked, but because she fears the loss of your presence, the dynamic is already fixed. You already have her. Everything else is simply a formality. Before we dissect the hidden neurological and psychological facts that confirm this shift, understand this platform is built on clarity, not wishful thinking. To stay grounded in this high-stakes game, we need your continuous support. Hit subscribe now, like this video immediately to cement this knowledge, and prepare to comment later with the single most profound takeaway. The average man operates from a position of pursuit, driven by anxious energy. He chases her validation. The high-value man operates from a position of anchored stability, driven by purpose. This contrast activates the foundational trigger in female psychology: the need for emotional safety. Women are genetically wired to seek a harbor in the storm. If you are excessively volatile, needy, or reliant on her for emotional equilibrium, her subconscious registers instability and attraction diminishes, regardless of your physical appearance or status. When a woman starts showing signs of true interest, her ultimate test is quiet. Can he maintain composure when I introduce chaos? If she pulls back, acts moody, or introduces a minor drama, the average man panics and over-explains. The confident man remains stoic. His ability to remain centered when she is upset, to address the problem with quiet, resolved focus, creates a sense of safe harbor. This is the emotional steadfastness anchor. When she stops subconsciously testing your foundation, it is because she trusts it. She has mentally committed. The signs you are looking for are not verbal confessions. They are moments of nonverbal surrender. The first sign is the dissolution of the guard. Every attractive woman maintains a psychological guard, a boundary of self-protection built from years of unsolicited male attention. The guard is the mask she shows to the world: confident, busy, inaccessible. The sign she is yours is when this mask cracks without her conscious effort. This is not her telling you a secret. This is her revealing a vulnerability she hides from most men. She mentions a tiny, non-life-threatening fear she hasn't told anyone, or casually admits she overthinks a specific, small detail. This moment of self-disclosure signals the onset of emotional trust. For her to become comfortable in your presence requires a drastic reduction in amygdala activity, a neurological state she only enters when she deems you emotionally non-threatening. The second sign is subconscious mirroring. This is the most reliably missed sign. Humans subconsciously mirror what they like, respect, or wish to connect with. When she is emotionally opening up, her brain links her identity with safety, your identity. She starts using your phrases or specific words, her texting rhythm changes to match yours, or she adopts a posture you frequently take. This behavioral alignment is driven by a deep, primitive desire for homophily, love of the same. It is her brain attempting to merge your reality with hers. When she is actively mirroring you, the initial flood of dopamine, the neurochemical for focused attention and pleasure, is in full effect, cementing you as the primary reward source. The ultimate indicator that the psychological switch has flipped is the activation of the effort principle. The psychological fact is simple: the perceived value of a relationship is directly proportional to the effort and cost she puts in. If she does not have to fight, commit, or invest her time or energy, she is less likely to value the outcome. You cannot make the process too easy for her. The shift you need to observe is from passive reception to active reciprocation. Passive reception is her accepting your plans or your gifts. Active reciprocation is when she works for the connection. This means she starts actively initiating the next date without prompting, or she sends a long, thought-out voice message instead of a single text. She is actively investing her time and mental energy to secure the next interaction, demonstrating that she fears the loss of your presence more than she values her own immediate comfort. This is strongly tied to the sign of her protecting your image. When she starts defending you, even lightly, to her friends or family, emotional loyalty has begun. She is now investing her social capital. By saying, "He's actually a very good listener," or correcting a joke at your expense, she is not just being nice. She is subconsciously defending her own choice. If the relationship fails, she will pay a social cost for having championed you. When she willingly takes on this social risk, the commitment is already made in her mind. The most powerful sign of this investment threshold is the future pacing indicator. This is when she begins weaving your future into hers, not as a tentative question, but as a definitive statement. She might say, "We need to try that restaurant next month," or, "When we go to X next year, we should do Y." This indicates that she is visualizing a long-term pathway with you. This projection of a shared future is her brain pre-committing to the long-term bond, a mental state heavily influenced by vasopressin, which promotes pair bonding and monogamy. She is mentally placing you in the partner category, a commitment that requires her to actively override her usual protective self-editing mechanisms. Once investment is secured, the dynamic shifts to deep attachment and comfort, driven by oxytocin. The first subtle sign of this is the appearance of the nurturing instinct. This is not grand care. It is the sudden increase in small, spontaneous nurturing behaviors. Fixing your collar, remembering an obscure detail about your health, or ensuring you drove home safely. This care is driven by oxytocin, the love hormone, which promotes feelings of contentment and security, signaling mate bonding and a deep-seated desire to enter your personal world not as a visitor, but as someone who belongs. Another powerful indicator is the seeking of counsel. She starts asking you for advice on areas where you are genuinely competent, even if she has other resources. She is not just seeking input, she is seeking your judgment and respect. She wants to know if her decisions align with the man she emotionally respects and values as a leader in her life. This grants you high status in her internal hierarchy, a powerful form of emotional surrender. Midpoint CTA, Approxstar 2500. If this deep dive into female psychology is providing the clarity you need, don't keep it secret. We are committed to delivering the brutal truth about attraction. Take 15 seconds right now to share this video with one man who needs this insight. Like it to boost its reach, and if you haven't yet, subscribe for a consistent stream of truth. The final element of this phase is the test of silence and space. The most secure sign of attachment is when you pull back, not to play games, but to focus on your purpose. And she adjusts with curiosity, not panic or anger. Her secure emotional state means she trusts your steadiness and does not fear your absence. This proves she is not addicted to your attention, but respects your independence. The woman who is securely attached views your silence as focus, not rejection. She views your space as a commitment to your purpose, which further enhances your perceived value and safety in her eyes. As emotional attachment deepens, her physical behavior shifts, governed by the nonverbal science of proxemics and haptics. This is where her body speaks the truth. Her mouth cannot yet form. Observe the barrier removal. In a group setting, her body language unconsciously removes physical barriers, keys, phone, bag, or a crossed arm. Her feet and hips are pointed towards you, even when she is talking to someone else. She is shrinking the proxemic zone, the intimate physical space she only allows trusted individuals to enter. She may begin to habitually sit closer to you in a restaurant booth, or walk consistently on the side that allows for better physical access. This is her subconscious saying, "I want to be physically available to you." This is compounded by the haptic microtouches, the sudden increase in small, non-sexual, involuntary touches. A hand on your arm to make a point, a brush of the leg when reaching for something, a light tap on the shoulder when laughing. These are her subtle attempts to increase skin-to-skin contact, which directly releases more oxytocin, deepening her feelings of attachment and security. The more frequently she initiates these light, casual touches, the stronger the underlying attachment. Finally, she initiates the vulnerability loop. She starts sharing more personal, deep-seated views on core topics, morality, ambition, family history, and specifically asks for yours. She is initiating this loop, a psychological tool that accelerates intimacy, because she needs to test the long-term compatibility of your worldview before allowing the attachment to solidify completely. Her willingness to share her unpopular opinions or deepest fears is an emotional investment that proves her commitment to a deeper, more challenging connection. When you share back with grounded sincerity, you close the loop and the bond strengthens exponentially. We now arrive at the total cost principle. The final measure of her commitment is her willingness to accept a high cost for the relationship. This is not just time or energy, it is the social cost. If she changes her long-standing social plans, introduces you to her closest, most judgmental friends, or defends you to her family against their skepticism, she has invested her most valuable, non-renewable resource, her social identity. If the relationship fails, she will pay a significant cost in their eyes. When she willingly takes this risk, the commitment is already made in her mind. The final proof is her comfort in your imperfections. She stops trying to fix or subtly criticize your harmless flaws, e.g., your obscure hobby, a mild habit, or a particular taste in media. Instead, she incorporates them into her understanding of you with a sense of quiet fondness. She sees your imperfections and finds comfort in them. This is true, unconditional emotional acceptance, transcending the initial idealization phase where she only saw the perfect version of you. This acceptance is the hallmark of secure attachment, where she has concluded that your overall value far outweighs any minor inconvenience. In summary, her behavior is the only metric that matters. Her words are noise. If she is investing her time, energy, vulnerability, and social capital, the emotional attachment is secured. You are no longer chasing. She is maintaining the connection because she fears losing the emotional steadfastness anchor you represent. The ultimate power is self-control. Master this knowledge, not for manipulation, but for clarity. Do not chase what is already yours, but stand firm in the value you have created. The work does not end here. If this analysis changed how you see female psychology, you have a duty to act on it. Subscribe for continuous psychological truth. Like this video to lock in your understanding. And finally, comment below. What is the highest level of emotional investment you have witnessed? Your insight empowers the next man. Stay focused, stay grounded, and never chase again.